Have you ever felt that tingle of excitement when you're on the brink of something big? That moment when you're ready to take a leap, but then something holds you back. Imagine this. You're bursting with a vision, a calling, a divine purpose. But just as you're about to share it, doubts creep in. Why is that? What if the very act of sharing could sabotage your progress? Picture this. A man on a journey, fueled by faith, who learned the hard way that not every dream needs to be shared. Think about it. Have you noticed how some dreams seem to lose their power when they hit the air? It's like they dissipate into thin mist, leaving you questioning your path. What if I told you that silence can be a powerful ally? Can you remember a time when you kept something close to your heart and watched it flourish? There's a reason for that. The world can be noisy, filled with skeptics and distractions. So, how do we navigate this? How do we protect our dreams in a world that often undermines them? Let's dive deep into this mystery and uncover the truth behind your sacred journey. 10. The importance of silence. You know, there's something incredibly powerful about keeping your plans to yourself. I used to think sharing my ideas and ambitions was a way to gain support, but I learned the hard way that it often opens the door to negativity. When you keep things under wraps, you create a protective bubble around your aspirations. It's like having a secret garden where only you can nurture the plants before they bloom. This silence allows you to cultivate your ideas without the noise of external judgment. Think back to moments when you shared a dream with someone only to be met with skepticism or outright disbelief. It's disheartening, right? Those moments can be like a bucket of cold water thrown on your enthusiasm. By keeping your goals to yourself, you eliminate the risk of others planting seeds of doubt in your mind. It's not that I don't appreciate feedback. It's just that I've learned to choose my audience wisely. Until my ideas are fully formed, I prefer to let them simmer in the quiet of my own thoughts. Moreover, silence can serve as a shield against criticism, which can be particularly potent when you're in the early stages of pursuing a goal. The world can be harsh and judgmental, and sometimes the best way to protect your dreams is to keep them under wraps until they're strong enough to withstand any storm. It's about nurturing your vision in a safe space where it can grow without the interference of others' opinions. This isn't about being secretive, it's about being strategic. I've found that the more I keep my projects private, the more focused I become. There's a clarity that emerges when I'm not busy explaining my thoughts to others. It's like tuning out the static on a radio to hear the music more clearly. When I concentrate solely on my goals, I find that I can delve deeper into my creativity and productivity. That's when the magic happens, when I'm fully immersed in my work, free from distractions. In many ways, silence is not just about what you don't say. It's about what you choose to cultivate internally. It's a space for reflection and growth. I've come to appreciate the importance of this silence as a way to empower myself, allowing my ideas to mature before they see the light of day. It's about creating a solid foundation that can withstand external pressures, ensuring that when I'm finally ready to share, I do so with confidence and conviction. Protecting your dreams. When it comes to dreams and aspirations, I've realized that not everyone needs to be in the loop. Sharing your goals can sometimes feel like inviting a barrage of doubt and negativity into your life. This realization hit me after I excitedly shared a vision with a friend, only to have them poke holes in it. It was disheartening, and I found myself second-guessing everything. Since then, I've adopted a more guarded approach. Keeping my dreams close to my chest has allowed me to protect my enthusiasm. When you're excited about something, it's easy for that fire to be snuffed out by someone else's cynicism. By withholding my aspirations from overly critical voices, I create an environment where I can dream freely and without limits. This doesn't mean I'm afraid of critique. Instead, I'm selective about whose opinions I let in. Constructive feedback is valuable, but it has to come from a place of understanding and support. Moreover, there's a certain magic in the anticipation of unveiling your dreams at the right moment. When you keep your goals to yourself for a while, you can nurture them in silence until they're ready to be shared with the world. This builds a sense of ownership and pride. It's like crafting a piece of art in solitude, allowing it to evolve into something beautiful before presenting it to an audience. The moment of revelation becomes a celebration rather than a potential point of contention. Sometimes, sharing dreams can also lead to unintentional comparisons. It's easy to get caught up in what others are doing and feel discouraged about your own path. By keeping my dreams private, I'm less likely to fall into that trap. It allows me to focus on my journey without being distracted by what others are achieving. I can define success on my own terms, free from the pressure of societal expectations or peer comparisons. In essence, protecting my dreams has become a form of self-care. It's about honoring my aspirations and giving them the space they need to flourish. I've learned that not every dream needs an audience, especially in its infancy. By holding my dreams close, I give myself the freedom to explore, fail, and grow without the weight of others' opinions dragging me down. Distraction from focus. You know that feeling when you're excited about a project and you can't wait to tell someone? It's tempting to share every detail, but I've come to realize that this can lead to a significant distraction. When I start explaining my intentions or projects to others, I often find myself caught in a web of questions and suggestions that take me off course. It's like being pulled away from a compelling book just when the plot is thickening. When you're in the creative zone, every moment counts. The focus required to bring an idea to fruition is immense, and any interruption can derail that momentum. I've experienced this firsthand. The more I articulate my plans, the more I find myself getting tangled in other people's perspectives. It's as if their thoughts become a detour on my path rather than a helpful guide. I've learned that sometimes it's better to keep that energy directed inward, where it can be harnessed productively. When I focus on my work without external distractions, I find that my ideas flow more freely. It's like a river. When the current is strong and uninterrupted, it carves out a clear path. But when I start explaining my plans to others, I create obstacles that slow down that flow. I realize now that my creative process thrives in solitude, where I can experiment and explore without the pressure of external validation. Furthermore, the more I articulate my ideas, the more I risk overthinking them. I find myself questioning every detail, worrying about how others will perceive my vision. This mental clutter can be paralyzing. By keeping my projects to myself until they're more developed, I can avoid this trap. I allow my ideas to breathe and evolve organically, free from the noise of external opinions that can muddle my clarity. Ultimately, I've learned that maintaining focus requires intentionality. It's about creating a sacred space for my work, one that isn't cluttered with distractions or doubts from others. By choosing when and with whom to share my aspirations, I can protect my creative energy and ensure that it's directed toward meaningful progress. It's all about finding that balance where I can thrive, creating a sanctuary for my dreams to flourish. Chantama, the influence of the environment. Have you ever noticed how the people around you can shape your thoughts and decisions? It's almost as if our minds are sponges, soaking up the opinions, attitudes, and vibes of our social circles. I've found that when I'm surrounded by negativity or skepticism, my own ambitions can feel a little less achievable. It's a strange phenomenon, but the atmosphere we dwell in can significantly impact our confidence and motivation. For instance, if I share a dream with someone who immediately dismisses it, it can make me second-guess myself. Sometimes, I think about how important it is to choose my environment wisely. When I'm with people who believe in me, I feel empowered to chase after my goals, no matter how lofty they might seem. On the other hand, being around those who don't share that same enthusiasm can be draining. I've learned to protect my aspirations by being selective about who I let into my inner circle. It's not about being dismissive of others, it's more about safeguarding my own mindset. One of the most powerful realizations I've had is that I can control my environment to a degree. I can choose to engage with communities, friends, and mentors who uplift and inspire me. This doesn't mean I live in an echo chamber. Rather, it means I'm curating a space where my dreams can flourish without the weight of doubt hanging over them. It's like tending to a delicate plant. I need to ensure it gets the right amount of sunlight and care to grow strong. Moreover, I've come to appreciate the importance of boundaries. When I feel that my environment is becoming toxic or unsupportive, I don't hesitate to distance myself. It's not always easy. Sometimes these are people I've known for years. But I've realized that my aspirations deserve an environment that nurtures them, not stifles them. Setting these boundaries has been one of the most empowering decisions I've made in my journey. Ultimately, I've learned that the influence of my environment is not something to be taken lightly. It's essential to be mindful of the people I surround myself with. By doing so, I can create a supportive atmosphere that encourages my growth and keeps my focus sharp. After all, when I'm surrounded by positivity and encouragement, I feel invincible in pursuing my dreams. Thus, spirituality and discernment. When it comes to sharing my dreams and aspirations, I often find myself reflecting on the spiritual aspect of this decision. For me, spirituality isn't just about attending services or reading scriptures. It encompasses a deeper connection to my inner self and the universe. I've discovered that prayer and meditation play a significant role in helping me discern whether or not to share my goals with others. There's something about quieting the noise around me that allows me to tap into my intuition. During these moments of introspection, I ask myself questions like, is this the right time to share? Or, will this person support me? Or will they bring negativity? This process of discernment has become invaluable. I've learned to trust my gut feelings and intuition more than the opinions of others. There's a certain peace that washes over me when I know I'm making decisions aligned with my true self. I've also found that there's a sacredness in keeping some things private. Not everything needs to be shared, and that's perfectly okay. There's a beauty in nurturing my aspirations quietly, allowing them to grow and evolve without outside interference. This doesn't mean I'm afraid to open up. Rather, I recognize that some dreams need time to solidify before they can be presented to the world. In moments of doubt, I turn to my spiritual practices for guidance. Whether it's through prayer or journaling, these rituals help me clarify my thoughts and feelings about sharing my goals. I've learned that when my intentions are pure and focused, I can make decisions that are not only beneficial for me, but also respectful of the energies around me. Ultimately, the interplay between spirituality and discernment has become a guiding force in my life. It reminds me that I possess the power to choose who and when I share my dreams with. By aligning my aspirations with my spiritual beliefs, I can navigate my journey with confidence and clarity. This balance allows me to honor both my ambitions and the wisdom I've gained along the way. Building resilience. Resilience is a trait I've come to value deeply in my life. In a world where distractions and negativity are abundant, cultivating resilience has become essential to achieving my goals. One of the most surprising revelations for me has been how silence plays a pivotal role in strengthening this resilience. By keeping my aspirations close to my heart, I can focus more on the journey ahead rather than getting sidetracked by external opinions. In the early stages of pursuing a new goal, I often find myself in a fragile state, where every word and opinion can feel magnified. This is when I realize the importance of silence. By not sharing my plans prematurely, I create a protective barrier around my ambitions, allowing them to develop without unnecessary scrutiny. This silence fosters a sense of inner strength and determination, It's as if I'm planting a seed and giving it the time and space it needs to take root. I've also noticed that embracing silence has a way of boosting my self-confidence. When I'm not seeking validation from others, I'm forced to rely on my own judgments and instincts. This independence fosters a greater belief in my abilities, which in turn cultivates resilience. I become less susceptible to the ups and downs of external feedback and more in tune with my inner voice. Moreover, practicing silence has taught me the value of patience. In a society that often demands immediate results, I find solace in taking my time to nurture my goals. This patience does wonders for my mental health. It allows me to approach challenges with a calm and collected mindset, rather than reacting impulsively to setbacks. The more I practice this patience, the more resilient I become in the face of adversity. In the end, the silence I cultivate around my dreams is not just about protection, it's about empowerment. It fosters a sense of resilience that enables me to navigate my path with confidence and determination. When I do choose to share my dreams, it's from a place of strength, fully aware of the journey I've undertaken. This resilience fuels my passion and commitment, reminding me that every step counts, no matter how small. Secrets and personal power. Have you ever noticed how some of your most profound ambitions feel almost sacred? They're like treasures tucked away in the vault of your heart, and for good reason. Keeping certain dreams and goals under wraps can be empowering. When we share our ambitions too freely, we often invite external judgments and opinions that can cloud our vision. Think about it. When you keep something close to your chest, you maintain a sense of control over it. You protect it from the wear and tear of skepticism and negativity that can come from well-meaning friends or relatives. There's a distinct power that lies in maintaining secrecy around your personal goals. It's not about being secretive for the sake of it. Rather, it's about preserving the purity of your vision. When you keep your plans to yourself, you allow them to grow organically, without the interference of others' doubts or unsolicited advice. This doesn't mean you should live in isolation, but there's a beauty in holding something sacred until it's ready to blossom. You're creating a safe space where your dreams can thrive, free from judgment or critique. Moreover, the act of keeping your aspirations private can serve as a form of self-empowerment. It's almost like a rite of passage, guarding your dreams fiercely until you're ready to unveil them to the world. This practice fosters a deeper connection with your own desires, making you more aware of what truly matters to you. You begin to understand your motivations on a more profound level, which in turn enhances your personal power. This awareness can be incredibly liberating. It allows you to focus your energy where it's needed most, without the distractions that often accompany public declarations. On the flip side, when we let others in on our secrets too early, we risk diluting our passion. The moment you voice a dream, it can become subject to public scrutiny. People may not share your enthusiasm or may even project their fears onto you. By keeping your goals private, you also shield them from this potential sabotage. The world can be a harsh critic, and not everyone will understand the vision you hold dear. So, it's wise to choose carefully whom you share your dreams with and when, ensuring that it's someone who supports and uplifts your journey. In essence, the relationship between secrets and personal power is a delicate dance. Keeping your aspirations close can fortify your resolve and remind you of the innate power you possess. It's about finding that balance where you can nurture your ambitions without external influences diluting their essence. The more you protect your dreams, the more you cultivate your strength, allowing you to emerge more resilient when the time comes to share your vision with the world. The right time to reveal. Timing is everything, isn't it? When it comes to sharing our intentions, the question isn't just about who to tell, but also when it feels right. There's an art to unveiling our goals, and it often requires a blend of intuition and discernment. It's essential to consider the context of your aspirations and how they align with your personal and spiritual growth. For instance, revealing a dream too early can lead to unwanted pressures or expectations, while holding back for too long may stifle your social connections. One of the core aspects of deciding when to share your goals is understanding your own readiness. Are you at a point where you feel confident in your vision, or do you still need time to refine it? Often, sharing your intentions can serve as a catalyst for accountability, but only if you're prepared to embrace that responsibility. It's about striking the right balance, being open enough to invite support, yet guarded enough to protect your vision from premature exposure to criticism. Aligning your timing with your spiritual or personal goals can also guide your decision-making. If you've been nurturing a dream through quiet reflection or prayer, it might be wise to wait until you feel that gentle nudge from within before you share it with others. This intuitive approach can help you discern who in your life would be the most supportive and encouraging, as well as when the moment feels ripe for sharing.
Us.